10 p.m. EST. What's up, you guys? I am Kurt with Kurt's Card Care, and we'll do some card care stuff tonight, man. So thank you guys for joining. And I'll let everybody join, and we'll do our weekly session here. And I'd like to thank everybody for taking the time to watch, whether you're live or you're watching it on the replay. Thanks, guys, for being here. Don't worry, I'm not going to be here all night. Well, maybe. I got a lot of stuff. But I like showing you guys, some stuff that I buy, some stuff that catches my eye, and I like a variety, man. I can't just do one thing. And hey, guys, what's up, Jacob? Bleelands, what's up? Hey, Jay. Hey, Josh. Hope everybody's doing well tonight, man. Hey, happy St. Patrick's Day, a day late. But that is I'm looking for my towel. That's what I need. But that is a holiday that we celebrate at my house. So happy St. Patrick's Day. And if you're not Irish, you are yesterday for at least for the full day. Hey, from Grand Blanc, man. What's up? Grand Blanc's in my neighborhood. You guys, greetings from Metro Detroit here, broadcasting live out of the Motor City. And I got a good variety of stuff tonight, guys. So thanks for hanging out. I always look forward to Wednesday nights because I know that we'll be able to cover a bunch of bases. And thanks everybody for joining. I always look forward to it. And tonight I got a good mix. And I know no green monsters tonight. I've been working on my probably second or third pot of coffee. I think it's warm or cold. I need to be warm. Michigan, you guys, is usually. Usually when it comes to St. Patty's Day in Michigan, it's warm. It's starting to get warm. Yesterday it was 20 degrees and snowy. I totally had corned beef and cabbage. My mom is Patty, so it's my mom being a pure-blooded Irish American. She loves that it's St. Patty's Day and she's a Patty. And my brother's Patrick and my son's Dean Patrick, and so we recycle the Irish names in our family. I love the AncestryandMe.com and the DNA test. We did all that stuff. And so yesterday I got to read at our family gathering our Irish story. My great-great-grandma, Pat and Margaret Heffernan, came from County Cork, Ireland, moved to Canada. They were homesteaders. They had 70 acres and a handful of nails and some food and seeds. And we're make it happen. And they did it, and they lived. And I read, so if you guys don't have Ancestry and Me, it is cool as hell. Now, I know if you're a European watching this, and you're man, my family's lived in Germany for 2,000 years. I get it. But when you're from the States, usually you're a mix of a few different cultures, and it's fun to know where y'all come from. You know what I mean? So I thought it was really cool. So, I even knew the boat that my Irish ancestors came over on, the Regulus. I'm I want to incorporate that name somehow, but, all right, you guys, well, here's what I'm thinking about tonight. What I wanted to do is, I bought some stuff. So these right here, you guys. Hey, Tim, what's going on, man? And, and if you guys ever have questions tonight, I'll do my best to answer them. If I ever miss you, I'm friendly. I'll always write you back or whatever if you leave me a message. I bought a couple cards off auction. I always look for altered cards. I always love that word. I always look for what the grading services consider altered. So I got a couple altered cards tonight. And then I was going through one of my old collections and I got a bunch of Star Wars cards. And, I get tons of Pokemon requests and I get tons of sports card requests, but I know that people love Star Wars and people love 70s paper. And, we got some cool stuff here. So we'll go through that too. And it's even if, when I get to the Star Wars part, it doesn't matter if it's Star Wars. It could be baseball, basketball, hockey cards. It's that 70s tops paper, so we'll get into that. I got some bent corners, wax on the front. We'll take care of that. But thank you guys, everybody, for being here tonight. And then I also, maybe we should start with this. I'll show you guys something. We'll go to a video or a picture first, if you guys don't mind, because maybe by the end of our show I can do something, maybe not. We're going to start with a Pokemon card. Here's what we're going to start talking about today. Stuff I like to buy to try to do improvements on. Can you read that one? It's a 4. here's a what do you call it? Spoiler alert. It's probably not going to get higher than a 4, but you might be able to learn something fun from it. I might be able to learn something fun from it. When I got it in the mail, I realized I didn't look at it very well, but I'm not going to let that slow me down. I'll just do what I can do. I'll show you something, because I thought to myself, I was like, oh man, this is a good one. So I thought this was a 4. Here's what card it is, you guys. I'm going to show you. So like, I bought a 4, and I bought this on the auction, and I saw all this like ripped up part, you know? So it's a Pikachu. I don't know how to say that name. Shibayas, maybe, whatever. But anyways, it was a 4, and I was like, you know, I love 4s. I'm like, oh, that looks cool. It's foil. I want to try to fix that. There's a dent right there, and then this side is messed up. So that's what I was seeing. And so to me, I thought, oh, it reminds me of you guys. It reminds me of it reminds me of a picture that you guys will send me and be like, hey, what the heck do I do with this thing? And I'll be like, I don't know, maybe like humidify it and press it. So that's what I'm doing. All right. So here's what I'm doing with this one. So you know how sometimes you guys like, you'll get here like tonight, and then I'll just like break this thing open and put it in the humidor. I'm a step ahead. So like, I'm not super far ahead, but I'll show you what I'm doing. So I put it in the humidor, and look at this one. It's got some wonkiness to it. Do you guys, well, I can take it out. It's not that big of a deal, but you see how it's starting to get that big old curve on? So I'm trying to get the curve into it so it's softer so I can press it. And I'll probably heat press it tomorrow. I'll film it, because it would be cool to be able to make these things stick down. So that was my thought process, like get it nice and humid and then press it down, because if you guys can notice, like, look at this. It's like all peeling apart. It's like, it's coming apart. A beat up card. But here's the part where I can say, don't be like me. And I'm a pretty good shopper, but I looked all over the front, and I must have not looked at the back, because look at this. This is the part that you guys are going to be disappointed in me with. Ugh. It's like all peeled off. That sucks, doesn't it? So it almost looks like there was a problem with this card or something, and somebody tried getting it wet or something. I don't know what the hell happened to this thing, but I'm not going to worry about the back. The front is, I want to try to work with some foils and try to press the foil down. So that's why I'm showing you this. And what I'll do, you guys, I'll film it. I'll make a video. If there's anything cool, I can teach you with it. But in the meantime, see all this crazy wonkiness to it? It was flat when I took it out earlier. So the humidity's pouring into it. I'm going to continue to let the humidity pour into that card. I bet you by tomorrow it will be fine. And I don't even know I don't even know what's going to happen to it. But that's the type of stuff that catches my eye when I'm going on my auction sites. You know, I'll look for Pokémon 3s, 4s, and just see. I like that the grading companies. I like shopping for graded cards. Is what I'm trying to say, because I don't care about the value. The value to me is like fun. I think this card was like maybe $40 or $50. But the point is, if I can learn how to like tighten up that foil and get it nice and flat and look good again, and make it like a 2 or 3 step process for you guys, we all win. Fun projects. And you can buy cool cards at affordable prices. So stay tuned on that one. But let's take a look at the other ones I bought, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. And I'm gonna test you guys, because I bet you I got so many smart friends on here watching. I got 2 cards here. These are both from an auction. CGC is the grading service. And the thing is, I don't know the answer, but because it doesn't say on here, but this is a Zapdos Japanese, and it's considered altered. So I bought this for just a couple bucks. I could look it up, but I mean, the point is not an expensive card, but I bought it because it was called altered. So let's take it open. I didn't even open it up yet, so we can open it up tonight and take a look. What do you guys think? Do you guys think we'll find anything? That's what I want to ask you, Pokemon friends. This is considered altered. Now, we're going to look at it together. You don't have to just guess. But like, I'll tell you, here's what I'll tell you. I don't see any sort of, we'll look at it. But if you guys have any ideas, what do you guys think it is? Like, why do you think this card would be considered altered? So we'll take a look, all right? Then, I know the answer on this one. Derek Jeter rookie card. When you guys see one of these altered, what do you think the first reason is why this would be altered? What would you guys look for? So I'll tell you what I look for, and we'll flip this around. Because this one, I can nail almost every time. And I don't know if I can fix it, but I can typically tell you what this is. Yep. And then when it comes to this one, we'll do the same thing. Mike's, I'll tell you what, Mike's warm. Mike knows what he's talking about. So if you guys you clean a card, no, I mean, there's nothing. I don't know if you clean it with my stuff, you aren't going to get it altered. I mean, you don't leave it on there. But I mean, if you cleaned it with a Brillo pad, it could be marked altered. So screw down case is a good idea for the Derek Jeter. That's a good idea. Trimming would be a good idea because people do trim baseball cards. People might trim Pokemon cards, but I don't think so. But let's take a look. Let's because you guys want, as much as I want to teach you how to work on the cards and make them look great again, which we're going to do that tonight. It all boils down really to buying the right stuff. I really think that that's the key. Because if you guys have watched my show or my channels for 5 days or for 5 years, I do the same stuff over and over because I'm always looking for stuff that fits in that window of fixability. Dirty cards, light scratches, dings, dents, sometimes creasing, stuff like that. So that's what I want you guys to like focus on. And then I bought these cards because I knew you guys would be coming over. So I'm like, let's look at these together. Because, the other times you guys too, even if you don't even clean your cards or you don't even know how to do card care, you just might be a person that sends in a bunch of cards to get graded. Well, you know what? Sometimes if you send in 50 cards to get graded and they're from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and today, you might get 5 of them out of the whole thing that says altered or trimmed or minimum size requirement not met or something like that. And then you might think to yourself, oh man, I guess it's altered. No. That's just a quick opinion in a $20 to $40 plastic case. So if you don't agree with it, you guys, you got to be able to analyze it, break them out, and go after it. I tell you what, I've had some of my best vintage cards. Some of my favorite ones. I love basketball. I love basketball cards too. So like the 1980 Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Dr. J. I have 3 of them. They're in my case. But I got them all raw. Got them, out shopping and hunting throughout the years. I had to send those to PSA 3 times before I could get a number on them. Minimum size requirement, even though they're the same size as all the other ones. Evidence of trimming, next time around. 3rd time, PSA 8, PSA 8, PSA 7. So don't be shook if you get one of those kind of things and you're like, oh man, it's minimum size. Well, measure it. It might be. And if it is, good job PSA, and you should have got that, you know what I mean? Maybe measure it or whatever. But the point is, let's take a look at these. All right, let's take a look at these and see if we can figure something out. So I want to do the Pokemon card first. So like Mike said it, I would absolutely start you guys with, we need to go blacklight. This is the best thing to do right here. So let's go dark. I want to look for, let me turn off my room light. So I'm going to look around this card, and we're going to look for weird color added to it, and you'll notice it. You'll see it immediately because it will blur. It'll pop out. I don't see any evidence of marker through the on the front. All right, so I don't see any marker on the front. But now let's just take it out of here and see if we can see anything, because clearly something, they are, or maybe not so clearly. Well, how do you open these things? It's like a sticker, I guess. Hold on. I'm good at cleaning cards, but I'm not very good at opening these things up. Let's figure this out. Hold on, it's hard to do in front of the camera. I need a better grip. Hold on. This ought to do it. Okay, so now we can get a better look. So what I was, Paul, what I was looking for, and you hang tight because we're going to look for some more. What I was looking for was when I was looking for added marker, because when somebody adds marker to a card, you can see it real clearly. It's easy to see. Okay, so this was marked altered by the CGC firm. Okay, so let's take a look. And you guys, this was not a card that I tried to get graded. I bought this off an auction site because it said it was altered. So that strikes my curiosity. I always want to know what's up. So I see that we got like some like scratching and stuff. Hold on. I might see something. Hold on. No. I'm looking for blue marker because people will come in these edges and color in blue. Yeah, you're right, Big City. That works well. It's just hard for me to show people on the live. You know, it's hard because up on your microscope, you guys, there's a negative setting. And it's, but it is a little hard for me to film. So good point though, dude. Good point for sure. I don't see really anything that constitutes. That's why it's like grading services are so whack to me, you guys, because I feel like I could, in certain ways, not always, but like I'm looking at this thing and I don't see, I was waiting to see like some sort of coloring on it or something. The holographic area, or sometimes people will let me try to smell it. It doesn't smell like any like automotive products or anything. I don't know what it is. You know, I don't see any problems. So I don't even know if when this card is graded, but you know what? I take that back. I can't tell, man, if that's got to be it. What do you guys think, Pokemon lovers? You think that's it? A little bit of color? Let's compare it but I see like a little bit of blue right there as well. But I also feel like it's kind of almost like the... No, I think somebody colored it. All right, I think that's it. Let me go up to the top, because here's the top corners. Well, that's white. Hold on, does that bleed over? Yeah, it might even just bleed over, guys. I don't think. Because, yeah, nobody colored it right there. It's just where the blue starts. I'll do the black light again too. It's confusing to me because like at my eyes at first where I thought that was a marker, but I don't think it is. Let's do the black light one more time, because if it's I don't think it's marker, you guys. I don't know. I think maybe the grader thought it was, because I'm going to show you something here in a second. You want me to just get to it? I'll show you what marker looks like. For most of you that anytime you guys, not anytime, but a lot of the times that you see a Derek Jeter rookie card for sale, the first thing I look at is this corner. Because it always has a chip mark. And when it doesn't have a chip mark, I put a black light on it and look at that. See how that sticks out? That ain't right. That's what I'm looking for on the Pokemon. You guys see that blue? See how it's way darker blue? Somebody colored it. That's why this one is called altered. I can tell you that. And then you really don't even need a black light really for this one. Watch this. You guys can see it, right? Even through the case, you can see that somebody put a marker on it. So we'll try to get that out of there too. But for this one, my friends, I don't know. I wish CGC had an answer for us, but like, well, we got it out. You guys see like that there's like some like stuff on the back, like little scratches. You know, this is a good example. You know what we can do? You guys see these little scratches on the finish like that? Recovery is good on scratches. And I get a lot of questions about, hey, can I use recovery scratch remover on the back of a Pokemon card? Yeah, you can. Let's see if we can get those out of there. Let me just grab a couple tools over here, you guys, and we'll get started. And I'll try to see if I can make, you know, some like little minor improvements on this card, of course. But when it comes to the value and all that stuff, you guys, I can't even remember if I paid just a couple bucks for it. I don't think it was an expensive card. All right, so I'm just going to use that much recovery. And recovery, you guys, is my scratch remover. And what I want to do is, I see some scratches up in this area. And they look to be like on the uppermost finish, all right? Oh, yeah, Paul, sure, man. You guys, I love all the nice before and after pictures you guys send. So Paul was using some recovery to get some slab scratches out. For sure, dude. And you guys see how I just put a little bit on there? Here's the noise. I want you to hear this noise. That's the noise you want to hear. And you don't, look at, I'm not going to pull the blue off. You guys, if I stayed here rotating with recovery over this blue for a bunch, I'd pull it off. I don't want to do that. I just want to make the surface nice and shiny and smooth and remove some of those little light scratches. And this is a good card. If anything, this is a good card for a demonstration to show you this. Kleiny, what's up, man? You ain't late to the party. It's here. Let's see. I suck at reading names. Raw Rocket Rips. I am just doing a light amount. You guys watch the bend. When you see this, not even much of a bend. Because the thing is, you guys, this recovery has a micro abrasive scratch remover in it. I build these formulas so you don't have to like give it too much muscle. You just kind of apply it over the trouble area lightly and then wipe it off lightly. And when you have scratches on the uppermost finish, it's good at getting them to relax a little bit. Still got that main one right there. And you guys, that might just be too deep to remove. And that's important to know too, because if you were just like, no, it's still there, I'm going to keep on digging on this one, that's when you could go too far. So I'm just going to go a little bit more on this. Try to even it out a little bit. Hey, Paul, you guys, when you're using recovery on Pokemon cards, I just want you to use this and this. When you're using recovery on your gaming cards or slabs, then you can use cotton. I just want you to use a little bit less force when working on gaming cards because they have a very thin finish. Didn't relieve every single scratch, but look at that. You guys can, I don't know if it comes through well on the video, but like I'm looking at the light. So I'm looking for all these little feather, like little light scratches from like shuffle and play, and recovery kicks ass at getting those out of there. But when you're left with a couple deeper ones, just back off. You don't want to see any blue on your applicator. If you're seeing blue on your applicator, you're going too heavy. You got to back up, all right? I don't even see any problems, you guys, with the holographic area. I'll get this card graded just for the heck of it. I mean, I don't care. I don't even know if the card's worth $30 or whatever to get it graded, but that's fine because I don't think it's altered. And I think it would just be a good video to show people like, hey, just if one company thinks it's altered and they don't even give a reason, and there's this like, and then you open it up. I just want to card polish it real quick, you guys. We'll just make it nice and clean. If you can't figure it out, man, try again. Like if you guys are just joining, when it comes to certain cards, like I think it's easier to get newer cards graded, but older cards, and then especially like popular people or popular characters, sometimes it can be a racket. So I wanted you to know, like, don't be discouraged if you send in a card and if you don't like the score or they tell you the minimum size requirements not met or something like that, just try again, man. Just get a pair of pliers. If you're a person that likes to grade cards, you're also going to be a person that has to have some pliers to pop these things out sometimes, because sometimes they just get it wrong, man. And you guys, the corner could be bent. There could be some structural stuff here. I was trying to figure out why it was marked altered. That was what I really wanted to see. We're making it nice and clean, I can tell you that. So, you know what I'll do? Here's what we'll do, you guys. We'll turn it into a good demonstration, even though we couldn't really see anything. This is going to be a demonstration of how to clean up a Pokemon card. And I don't need to use recovery on the front. I don't see any scratches, you guys. Recovery only for scratches. I took off the bottom, you guys, because I'm down to the end of it, and I'm pushing it from the bottom just to get to my little final bits out. But we'll hold this nicely. So still on the front, I don't see like anything added. I don't see like any sort of substances on it. It doesn't appear to be fake. It seems very real card to me. So now it's clean. And you guys, we got a couple like little bit of wobbly edges and stuff like that. You know what I like to do just to make this so simple? Like, let me show you. I love simple stuff, all right? So here's what we're gonna do to keep it simple. Oh, let me get my lights. 1 second. Getting simple stuff. Hang tight. All right, so if I want to work on if I'm going to work on all the corners and edges, because they're all just like a little bit, like they're all just like a little bit out of shape, just do this. Get your now the card is not wet from any sort of like card spray or anything like that. It's just like a dry hold. Okay? And so with your dry hold, I like to move my little clips closer to the edge of the circumference, like the perimeter of the circle, the circumference out here, stay away. And what I'll do is I'll pull it like this, and when I can get a good grip on it like this, I can get the whole edge, that corner, whole edge. And when I'm looking through it, I'm looking at the edges and corners and making sure that they're all like nicely flat. And then I can let this hang out for like however, So now I'll just hold it like this. And I will send it into PSA to see if they grade it, because I couldn't see anything on it. I don't see any sort of stuff, any sort of substance, any sort of makeup or cover up. I don't see anything. All right, so always fun to buy altered cards and see what you can do with them. Speaking of that, let's look at this Derek Jeter here in a second. Let me put this one down. So if you guys are just jumping in, I bought another altered card. I bought a Derek Jeter rookie card. And the first thing I think of when I see these, if you just joined us, I'll rewind. We're going to open this up and we're going to see if we can make any improvements on it, okay? And so when it comes to this one right here, you guys, I was able to pick it out pretty quick. I've collected this card since I was a little kid, and it always has a white corner. And as a person with a very special level of ADD, stuff like this drives me crazy. This would be the first thing I always look for whenever I found these cards. And even as a kid, man, people would color these damn things. So there could be more, but I bought this for a low price, maybe 30 or 40 bucks, because I thought it would be a good project. So let's take a look at it and see if we can get any of that off. Now, the only part that sucks, it kind of is what it is, when you if this is removable, you're just going to end up with a totally white corner. But what are you going to do, right? Either you leave that on there or you wipe it off. Let's see what we can do. Pretty nice example. overall. But here's what I want to do, you guys. Let's look at this. That part sucks. You can even see that there's a... You can see it on there, right? So now we're going to try to get that to go away. So the first thing I think of is, let's put some card polish on there. Like that. Let's let that sit there for a second and be happy. We might even move on to something else, but let's keep it there for a minute. And I want to use this. You guys, no soak in this card. All right. No soak in this one. I don't need to soak it. I'm going to try to put card polish on here and slowly break this blue down and try to get this blue off of here. And I might go back and forth with some card polish and card spray, but let me tell you this. When you hit stuff like this, back and forth with card spray and card polish, the thing is you want to keep low friction. You know what I mean? It might be. Somebody asked me, can I clean it just with the card spray? Maybe. But card spray, you guys, think about it like this. I love that you guys joined the lives, because I can I don't have to make a flashy reel. We got to have the least amount of friction possible. The least amount of friction possible. So if I go in there with card spray right now, it's going to get wet, right? And it's going to take in some moisture, and it's going to be softer and more delicate. So then I start wiping on it. Even that light touch could cause some friction. Okay? So is card spray going to be part of this mix? Probably. But I'm going to see, here's the great part about card polish. It will slowly break down ink. And it's in the wax format, so it's smooth. And we're not like cooking the surface off, right? So that's why I love the live, dude. That's like such a perfect question to ask, man. Thank you. Hey, Brian, thanks for asking, man. No discount codes anywhere, so you don't have to like worry yourself looking for the lowest rate. Just buy if you guys ever need any of my products. And thank you for asking. I know sometimes I don't even bring that up. I'm Kurt with Kurt's Card Care. This company right here, you guys, is mine. And as much as I like to make the cards look good, I love working in my laboratory. So I make the cleaning and conditioning polish. I make my recovery scratch remover card sprays. And my favorite part is teaching how to use them. But when it comes to this ink removal, I'm just trying to do it slow. And the lowest rates, you guys say, yeah, Paul, thanks for asking, are on my website, kurtzcardcare.com. All right. So thank you. So let me turn this thing around. We'll see if we can get this to go away. And the thing is, you guys, I can get this to go away, but my goal is I want it to go away without taking as much blue that I have to. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't want to go in there and like make this, you're gonna see white. You're gonna see white. There's no way around it. But I'm trying to like make you not see a ton of it, Like you could go over here, so anyways, you guys know what I'm saying, right? But let me try to get this on here again. I just like to do little applications like this whenever I run into ink on the corner, Okay, so I'm just going to push away because I don't want to catch that edge, right, you guys? So like push when you're trying to get something like this to go away. Let's see if I made any movement yet. Yep, it's getting wet. Can you see it? See it starting to separate? So dude, you guys, this is cool because it takes it takes a while, I know. But you know what you can also do? We can also get in there a little bit more focused. Let me get another tool. This is cool. And then see how I applied it with that in. But then just go away from the card. Do not go back and forth, because if you catch that edge, you're going to bend it. Okay, so now I'm ready to try a little bit of card spray with it. Okay, so let's do a little bit of that. And you're right, you guys, you know, Klein says, hey, patience is key. You're right. And you guys, as much as I would like to get this all to go away right this second, I might have to come back to it a few times. And if you guys are just joining and you're like, what the heck are you doing over to this little corner? You guys, somebody put some marker or something on this Derek Jeter rookie. I'm trying patiently and slowly to teach you how to get it off. And this is the method. And can I also tell you one more thing, you guys? If you notice that I'm rhythmic with it, I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3. If you play guitar or if you count music, I'm always kind of like playing, I'm doing it in bars. So just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It kind of just helps you kind of pass the time and come up and look at it. And you see how I'm getting it wet? Here's my dilemma. I'm going to continue that pretty much, that process. And right now, you guys, I got it kind of wet. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna get it a little bit more wet, and I want to try to pull some of that. So, but I'm done wiping. All right, I wasn't getting very far so far with getting it, breaking it down out of that corner. And the Q-tip is not pulling off the blue yet. So what I want to do is I'm going to get some card spray on there and have it take it in there a little bit, kind of puff it up a little bit, and then we'll try to pull some more of it out of there. And then you guys will jump into some other projects I got here. I got more for you tonight, all right? Hey, Brian. Brian said about his polish got dry. Brian, I want you to do this. Open up yours and go over the entire surface. Keep it in your pocket for like a half hour. Get it warm and go over the entire surface, okay? Don't ever dig at it or poke at it. Keep smoothing it out. I don't want you to give up on it. Of course, I can make you a new one, but just try. I'd like you to be able to use it to the bottom, okay? So just try that. And what I want to do here, my friends, real quick, and look, I want to show you guys something. See how it's puffed up right now? It's because I got that little card spray in there. So now I'm kind of like at a holding pattern. Oh, what would happen if I soaked a foil card like this? Mateo asks. It would, I could do it, but then it likely will get a little bit of a weird finish in it. It just gets a little bit of a weird texture. The one that comes to my mind, you guys, I don't know if, I got some longtime friends on here that watch. I don't remember if you remember, I had a Derek Jeter rookie card with somebody wrote the year on it, on the back of it. And I think they wrote like 1995 or 1994 or something on the back of it. A weird thing. And I was semi-soaking it over and over. And I couldn't get it all to go away. So I was just like, who cares? I'll just soak the card. And I soaked the card. And it made it out of it. But I wouldn't suggest it. It wasn't worth it. These are the types of cards you can kind of get wet like this and then kind of back off. So, Brandon, I don't have a heat pen that I use for anything like this. I get, there might be people that are awesome with them, but they're dangerous in my opinion. So, you guys, I'll continue to work on that. But that's as much as I want to do tonight because I don't want to like rough it up. But here's what I could say I was able to do. I was able to get the top part off, the top, and you see that split right there where it's starting to turn white? If I just keep coming back and doing what I just showed you guys, all of that's going to turn white. I can tell you that it's not a permanent marker, but I don't want to make this whole thing white. You know what I mean? If I wanted to like just come in here like a butcher right now, I could pick all that shit out of there, and it will be bright white. You know, so like I just want to try to get this blue off of there slowly. So now I'm just going to let this hang out. All right. So let's just clean the front of it. You know what I mean? So if you guys have a Derek Jeter rookie card and you're just like itching to clean the front of it, use card polish on the front because it's freaking awesome. These are so nice to clean up. And I bet you this card has never been cleaned up. So let's at least do that before we move on to some more projects. But that was why this one, you guys, was, that's why this one was marked altered, is because of that little pen mark. Yeah, you guys, I think somebody asked me, does PSA, I don't really have any friends with PSA. I mean, they don't talk to me or anything, but a couple years ago, they tried to make everybody believe that cleaning your cards wasn't allowed because they said so. And then, like, everybody laughed and was like, yeah, okay. You keep on charging us a bunch of money for a little plastic case and be hobby Jesus. Okay, sure. We'll all believe you. I think that sometimes grading services forget who they work for. You know what I'm saying? So, like, let's take a look. Super pretty card, and I will continue to slowly get that little thing out of there, hopefully. But that's how you do it, you guys. There's no, really, like, quick. You know, if I go quick, I'm just going to pull all the blue off, and it's going to be a big, bright white spot. I like to slowly remove it one layer at a time. And, that's what I do. I like Beckett, too, man. I do. And, let me, you guys, I'm going to show you. Now, let's move on to something else here. So, I'm hoping that I can get the rest of that blue off. But I want to show you guys something, too. Like, I want to talk about some Star Wars stuff. And then we got some Chicago. We got Chicago in the house tonight. So we got the Big Hurt and we got Air Jordan. So stick around for those. These are both going to be different options. This one's real different. This one's a weird one. So hopefully I can make some progress for you guys. All right, let me turn this thing around for a second. All right, thank you guys for watching that. Like, I know that wasn't like the most dynamic demonstration, but I hope the data is helpful because I've had Michael Jordan rookie cards with that issue, multiple Derek Jeter cards with that issue. So you could go in there and pick it off real quick, and then it's super big chunk of white in the corner. But if you just go in there like I've shown you guys, just do a little bit at a time, you'll be all good. Oh, yeah. So, I think, the same firm, you guys, Collectors Universe, I think it is called. They have the PSA company, the SGC company, and Beckett. So it's like, whatever slab you like, I don't know if they're all owned by the same firm, but I don't know. I think they're all in different locations. I don't know any of the ins and outs. Grading cards is cool. I like to grade cards, like nice ones, and get a high score on them. Or I like to do the ones that we work on here because people always will, people will ask me, can you get a card graded after cleaning it? I'm like, yeah, that's not an issue. So I'll do it to show you people that because I want you to know, of course, clean your cards. Because like PSA used to grade them accurately and now they're very, very stringent, which it's never been a better time to buy a 5 or a 6 because you can, tighten them up pretty good. And they should. They should. I mean, I'm all inclusive. Anybody that I'm a card lover. I love them so much. I spend this much time developing products to take care of them. So, and you guys, it's like when it comes to the stuff that I like, and I'd say a lot of card care people like, is this stuff takes a little bit of time and it takes a little bit of effort. So it's not like something. It's not a trick. It's like cleaning something that got dirty. or getting like a dent out of something or whatever. It's fun. You know, I think it's a great part of the hobby. And, you know, I think that, you know, if it's worth collecting, it's worth taking care of, you know, come on. But let me show you something here. So like when it comes to slabs, like we're talking about slabs, I like them. Of course I like them, and I like Beckett slabs the most. They'd be my favorite. I love the subgrades. But I wanted to show you something because, you know, when it comes to these slabs, even though, like, look at this one. So Darth Vader, right? Super cool card. But look at this slab. It's got a scratch, like a chip on it right here, and chips on it right there. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, that I find that annoying. I do, and I'll show you guys. I mean, I know I'm not the only one, but like, look at like even scratches on there. Like these are really good looking slabs, and I don't like scratched up slabs. So if you don't either, let me show you a quick fix. Okay, so well, usually a quick fix. So this one, I don't know if that will all go away, but just try. And it's an easy try, you guys. Just use Recovery Scratch Remover. This, my friends, is when you can use your cotton circles, okay? And you guys, for card polish, you want to use it. I had somebody ask me, Jason said, how do you keep it nice and smooth? Always keep it smooth, man. Just always go over the top surface. Don't be afraid to push on it. Don't dig it or scoop it or poke at it. Always keep it nice and smooth on the top. But for this one right here, you guys, I am doing this is our scratch remover, and I want to try to get these scratches out of the finish. Okay, so let me show you what I'm talking about here. I'm gonna do the whole surface, okay, and I'm gonna try to get out that. Well, you can't see anymore. When you're doing a slab, you guys, even pressure. And you'll feel almost like the cotton and the Recovery grip onto the plastic. So it's a good feel. You'll feel it kind of hold right on there. Okay, and that I can feel it working. So I'm going to flip this over. You hear that gritty sound, the kind of quacky sound? That's the sound you want. I think I got that huge ass scratch out of there, you guys. So check this out. Let's take a look. And can I also share this with you guys? If you're new to scratch removal, can I tell you, please start on some slabs. It will teach you how to do it really well. That's sweet. So I love that. You know, it's just like, it's a great looking card, and I hated that huge ass scratch on it. So we'll get that out of the way. I think I got one, and you guys, the same damn thing, like on this one, like these ones aren't as bad, but you see what I'm saying? And you guys, this will teach you to look for scratches. You see those hairline light scratches like that? You got stuff like that on your cards. That's exactly the time to use Recovery, because it will always, typically always get those scratches off chrome cards, hard finishes, hard plastic cards, optic, chrome, prism, and then slabs for sure. All right, so. And then after this, you guys, I want to, we'll take a look at some of these Star Wars cards. Yeah, I'm glad you guys like using Recovery too. I mean, I love having a good scratch remover. It's something I find handy with all this stuff. I really put a lot of effort into keeping all my stuff like nice and everything, you know, so it's like no reason not to take care of a nice slab. And especially if you guys buy like Fanatics auctions, they get good cards, man, but Jesus, they don't bag stuff right, man. I swear to God, I get like stickers on the slabs and they're like loose and floating around. No more, man. It's like glass. I love that. So if you guys have any slabs that need a little bit of a buff up, use your recovery for your slabs too. That works well. And it's easy. It takes just a minute. All right, so I know little things, but I like that stuff, and I'm sure you guys do too. If you watch a channel like mine, you're probably into details. So easy, and it's a good place for you to learn scratch removal. Okay, because it's the slabs like bingo. Conjure said slabs scratch so easy. They do, man, and it's a pain in the ass. So like, since you like, I like to display stuff. I got like card displays and things, and I hate having scratches on them. Just not my thing, you know. And thanks, you guys. You guys are the best, man. Thanks for watching. So you guys dig these? If you have never seen these, you guys, these are like old school, like original stuff, going back to the 70s. You know, and I got a whole nice. Do you know that this taught me that C3PO is not spelled? I thought it was the letter C, and then the number 3, and then the letter P-O. It's this? C3PO? What? It's like phonetic? God, I thought wouldn't you guys think a robot would be like, have letters and numbers, and that's it? I don't know. Oh, you know, oh, good. Recovery on the display cases for the card shows. That's a good idea, dude. That is a good idea. Hey, you know what? I might make a bigger bottle of recovery in the future. You know, maybe I was just wrong, but like with an ounce and you only need a little dab of it, I figure you could probably do 150 cards or more. Maybe I'll do a two for, or a twofer is what I'm trying to say, like a deal. You know, I could do that. Let's do this one, you guys. This is one. Here's something I want you to keep your eyes open for. Wax stains. See the wax stain? Like when you look at it like this, the creature called Yoda. You can see it. But then when you go up in here, you see all the wax stains on the card, right? From literally sticking to the wax packs. So like when you run into that, you guys just use card polish. It's the easiest way to get it off. And, you know, I used to use like nylons or pantyhose to try to get that to come off. And I hate friction, especially, and cards don't like friction either. So here's what you got to do. When you got that, when you got those old wax spots, this is the same for any of your baseball cards, hockey cards. Oh, hold on. We got some stainage over there. That might be different. So hold on. Let's just try all of it, because if it's all wax, we can get it to all come off. You know, I'm kind of limited on my Star Wars stuff. I got this by being, I got this whole collection right here from my buddy for free. He gave me these because he had them in his collection, and he's like, I don't want them. You can have them. So I took them. And then those two Darth Vader cards I showed you guys. Back a couple years ago, I can't remember the whole story, but it was one of my customers, like, gifted me those, and I think it was because I made some videos for Star Wars, and he was just like out of the blue, like appreciative or something, and I got those in a nice letter, and I'm like, I'm sentimental, you know, so I keep everything. So I was like, well, and I would never get rid of a graded card, obviously, but I just keep them here to display them because they were a gift. Hey, and you guys, if you guys, and especially if you collect with a group, or if you're people that, I have customers, man, that work on a couple cards casually, and I have like customers that work on 2,000 cards a month. So if you're a person that goes through tons of card spray and tons of polish, you guys, please don't buy them one at a time. Buy 10 at a time and save 30%, because I would much rather give you guys my retail discount than have you keep on buying one and one and one and one. And even if that's your whole year in advance, well, you got it. It's all there for you. But yeah, I absolutely do bulk discounts for retailers and mega card care people. So let's take a look.
Look how nice that is. No more wax. And then, you guys want to do a corner fix? Here, let's do a corner fix real quick. And this has not all come off. So you can't let me off the hook yet. I don't think that that's wax. Let's try card spray. You guys want to do some science stuff? All right, so check this out. So the card spray got that crap off because it must have been like some sort of food or beverage. And probably because it's like brown. So the reason that the card polish removes all the wax is because this will take care of non-polar substances like waxes, oils, crap like that. And then your card spray is going to handle all of your polar problems like sugars and dirts and, candy residues and stuff like that. So between the two of them, you guys will be able to do a good job of getting most of this crap off. So that's why the card polish took all the wax off but didn't budge that crap. But then the card spray was like able to loosen that crap up. But with that said, let's try to fix up a corner because I can't just look at that. I can't just look at that and put it away. I'm like, no. So if you guys like old cards, let me show you how to do a corner. I think it's all there. I think, hey, you know what though? Somebody just wrote, Marv asked me, I hope I can develop a cleaner for metal or stainless cards. Marv, what gets on a metal or stainless card that card spray or card polish couldn't remove? Maybe there's a commercial product available already. I made card spray and card polish because I didn't like any of the commercial products. I love chemistry and I love ingredients and chemicals and all the stuff that is made to clean your bathroom or your automobile is not made for these. So like I never liked any of that for this. That's why Kirk's Card Care exists. But tell me, Marv, like what do you think? Is there anything on metal that is on those cards that you're not able to get clean with traditional ways? Because you know me, man, I'd love to help you figure it out. So while I'm talking here, guys, I just got that corner a little bit damp with card spray. I think you guys are probably watching, right? And now I'm just going to come in here and sculpt it out nicely. No pressure needed here because I just got the card wet. And I barely got it wet. That's key. Because if you guys get a corner too saturated, you'll get a moisture spot right there. Then you got to go in and get it a little bit wet again and tapper it out and all that stuff, and which I'll teach you how to do. But so you see the little damp? That will be dry in just a moment, and then we won't have a beat up corner anymore, and no more wax on our Yoda card. That's cool, isn't it? So let's put this one up here and we'll take a look at it in a minute and I'll show you guys the corner. So this one, I want to see a weird one. This one's odd for me. Let me I got too much stuff around here. I'm getting overwhelmed. Let me clean up my area. All right. So now I'm clean. I got all this area cleaned up. Now check this out. There's no quiz on this one because I don't know the answer either. But like this, so guys, this is a cool card. This is a fun one because it's the prototype. I don't know if you guys are old like me, you collected these growing up. This was like the basketball. This is like when basketball cards started getting cool. Because, they're all like were Fleer paper and look, now we appreciate them, but they're boring at the time. But the prototype was cool. But this one has like the finish is not great. And then there's like white shit all over it. I don't even, you guys, I might let you down here. I don't even know if it's going to work, but it's like, it looks like Back in the day, you guys, I still try to do all kinds of crazy stuff to cards. This reminds me of somebody trying to clean it with like soap or something. Like it's like, because can you guys see the shine? It's not on the surface. So like, it's just a weird as hell look. But what I was thinking was card polish, because it's a cleaner, it's a conditioner. And I don't know, I can't feel it. It doesn't feel, and it's not sticky. It's a weird ass thing, isn't it? You know what I mean? So like, I'm just assuming it could just be it could have just got hot, real hot at some point, or dry, real dry, What's up, everybody? Thanks again for just saying hello. Guys, thanks for everybody for being here tonight too, man. I always look forward to Wednesdays, and it's always cool when you guys all come over. So I'm going to try to card polish this. And the thing is, I thought at first was missing color, like it stuck to another card, but it didn't. I don't know what it is, man. So figured you guys would get a kick out of it. Let's see what we can do. So when I see something like this, I know. Yeah, right, Scuba? It looks like it's dry, like what? Like, and you know what? It could be Scuba suggested, like dry. It could be as simple as that. It could be just somebody soaked it in water, because you think water is safe. Water is a super solvent, man, especially if you're whatever type of water you're using, you know what I mean? So like it could have just been soaked in water, and then that water got sucked in. Water will fill up fibers so fast, and it could have been moisture built up between that top layer and that paper layer, and it got trapped in there for a long time. I don't know. I don't even know the story. It was a card that came in a bunch of cards. I'm just gonna sip and then we'll try to clean it up. What's up to my friends in South Africa? 5 a.m. South Africa. I love that. Thanks for waking up and joining. It's 11 p.m. here, Wednesday the 18th, broadcasting live out of the Motor City, Detroit, Michigan. Let's turn this thing around. And I'm just going to try to clean this up, and we'll see if conditioning it or bringing some card polish to it will help. So that's what we're dealing with. Because if you guys watch any of my programs, you know that I love basketball cards and 90s cards. And when it comes to the Bowman's Best and the Chrome cards and such, it's fairly common for them to get a, the buildup and like this, the kind of the chrome, that foggy layer that they'll get. And I'm used to that. But seeing a foggy layer like this on a paper card, kind of weird. I'd say very weird, because it's not something I ever see. Maybe. We're going to keep rolling here, you guys, because, I was looking at the name Michael Jordan, and don't get me wrong, it ain't better. But it looks, I don't know, man, it looks less. Hang with me, you guys. Mike, what's up, dude? My good buddy Mike here, he's on fire. He's always showing me all of his card prep restoration projects and all of his high scores. Hey, man, it's a fun hobby, isn't it, Mike? And how much I appreciate you always showing me all your good stuff. I love seeing all the good stuff, you guys. It inspires me. And I'm so happy that years ago I made this channel, all because of my wife. We were walking during COVID one day, all while my other business was falling apart and everybody was out of work. And I'm wondering, what the hell am I going to do? All while my phone is ringing off the hook from my card collecting friends saying, can we send you some cards, man? We're laid off of work. We got to sell some cards. Can we send you some cards? Can we send you some cards? And then that was like, from that walk, I remember saying, you know what? What if I teach people how to do this? Like, there's no way I'm the only person that likes to clean cards. And I was looking down, and that was, now it's what, the 17th or the 18th of March, and COVID started right around this time, like 6 years ago. And I would have never thought, I guess I would have never thought, I could have never thought that another business that me and my buddies built for years totally changed. And then my love of card collecting and taking care of them turned into my job. Freaking nuts. So thank you guys for being here. It makes it a lot more fun to be able to work on your cards with a crew and, people to enjoy it with. Because before you guys, it was just me showing a couple of my buddies or, working for customers that I just kind of meet. And now it's a thing because of you guys. I appreciate you, man. Thank you guys for that. Check this out. Check this out. It is going away, man. And you guys ever have this? Am I the only? This is seriously the first time I've ever had this. Anybody on here have this before? Do you guys have any cards at home with this on there? Because this is wild. I hope you guys can see it. I am like really excited about this. Like, I did not expect this to work. I thought it was a scorched card, and I was gonna tell you guys, like, don't put your head down if something doesn't work out. But what the hell? I would never even buy this card with that stuff on it because I would never guess that it would work. I'm so freaking glad I'm doing this on a live show with you guys. Like, this is badass, isn't it? And like, I hope that hold on, I still got that crap up in here. It is not easy to get rid of, but it goes away. I want to show you, this is like, I'm happy with this one, man. This is like a home run. I want to show you guys where I started on this one. So if you guys are just joining, don't you go anywhere. I want you to see this. This was good as it gets, man. Look at this. That is the same card. I still got that crap up in there. I'm trying to get the word prototype. It was like all kind of white in that area. And don't go anywhere. We got to do the back too. This is great. I don't know how often you're going to run into the white film or the white cloud, but dude, if you do, card polish, man. Yes, Steve, don't you go away. You stay right there. This one worked out, man. The cards were being tough. No, they were working out for me tonight decently. I got stuck on Derek Jeter's got a blue corner that I'm going to spend a freaking month on, try wiping out one day at a time. But, good data, I guess. But this is sweet. No freaking way. Hold on, there's more. Look at the back. This is what I'm talking. So remember this. And you guys, because I want you to see what I'm seeing. It is not something that I can pick off. It's like maybe. The thing is, the only thing I can think of, you guys, is somebody literally tried to clean this card with soap. It's the only thing I can think of. Have you guys ever tried to clean a card with soap? I don't know if you were like me and I try everything, but that's the only thing I can think of. But so check this out. This is how kick-ass this demo is. I love this one. So it's all cloudy. And if it works like it does on the front, we're going to be good to go, man. Let's do this. And what I notice is if I just kind of let it sit in for a second. Yeah, it looks like, that's what I'm saying, Klein. It looks like steel wool, man. Yeah, you're right, because it would, if it was soaked in water, this texture would be shit on it. It'd be terrible texture. Don't soak a card in water. Or go ahead and learn, but I'll save you the time. But I notice if I keep on doing those circles over it, it goes away faster. So it might be some sort of residue. I've never had a paper card with a white residue, though, like this. And I'm not scrubbing hard, you guys. Yeah, dude, the before pictures are going to be sweet. This is going to be a good one, man. It's one of those ones where, like, this was AI. I love those comments. This is AI, dude. I'm like, no, it's actually the old-fashioned way. There was no freaking button that you pushed. The only button you pushed was to buy the stuff and get it to your front door. Everything else was done the old-fashioned way. Analog, baby. I think that the back is getting better too, you guys. Thanks for going along with me again tonight, you guys. I know it's 10 after 11. I thought that this would just be a... It goes to show you, dude. Mr. Card Care over here. I thought that this was going to be a shitter, and I was going to explain to you that, you know, some shit just doesn't work out. And then, sure enough, this thing cleans up. Don't listen to me. Just try every one of them. Soon as you start thinking you know how to predict the future is when you're getting too comfortable. Just keep on trying. It totally worked on the back, you guys. This totally worked. This is great. I know I'm like the king of the geeks over here, getting excited about my Michael Jordan basketball card, but check this out. It worked. No freaking way. Let's look at the pictures together, you guys. I love that. And you guys were all here for it. That's what makes it even more fun. When I make a fun video, I'm excited to like post it and show you guys, but it's always the best when you're here. Look at this. That was the worst. That is not there, man. Good project. That was a fun one, man. Good stuff. All right. I wish that I don't wish it was ever a common issue, but if it ever is, I'm going to do the front one more time, you guys. I want to get the front real good. But if it ever is a common issue, if you ever see this stuff on your cards, card polish it and let it sit and let it rest. And I'm going to do this one more coat on the front, and we'll let it sit out for the night. So here's what I can tell you this. I guarantee you guys I got this card damp from all those applications on and off. So what I'm going to do is let Michael Jordan sit on my card mat like this overnight. And I'm just going to let it sit out. So we're going to put this one over here. And we'll put it next to Derek Jeter. And Michael Jordan and Derek Jeter can hang out right there. All right, you guys stay. Got some Babe Ruth action going on over here too. So I got those going and got some more projects here. And I got room for one more, you guys. You guys want to hang out for one more? I wanted to do I try to answer everybody's questions, so I'm hoping I didn't miss anybody. Thank you guys for joining. You guys, the phone holder. Somebody asked me what phone holder am I using. I'll show you. This. So this is what's convenient, you know, and I got the magnetic thing on the back of my phone, so I can just clip it right here, and that's it. Yeah, the Sinella, you guys, you see that what Dan is talking about is the Sinella Ruth. That was a Babe Ruth card I just showed you. I got two of them over there, but the thing is they were stuck into magazines with glue, and the glue was too strong. I couldn't get the glue off, but I tried. So that's another teaching thing about card care. You can buy the Babe Ruth cards if you want. You can try soaking the glue off. If the glue doesn't come off, oh well, they still look the same. You know what I mean? And we'll try to, you know, on to the next one, I guess. But let me show you guys one more card tonight. This is something I want you guys to do. And you know what? And Dan, sorry for radio for one or TV here for one, but this is for all of us. If you guys have ever bought the Babe Ruth Sinella card before, they were all like glued into like books. It's a German card. Some of the glue breaks down, and then some doesn't. It's just one of those cards where I don't think I'm going to buy it personally anymore with the glue on the back. But if you are a Sinella collector
and you buy those cards, I bet you there's plenty of people watching this that are like, oh yeah, I got the glue off those before. And then there'll be just as many people that are like, yeah, I tried, man, it won't do anything. Sometimes glue, when it gets to be about 100 years old, man, it will turn into something else. It will like go through a metamorphosis and turn into almost like freaking glass or something, man. And it will just, like, card spray will take care of almost all glues. And then I got a short list of little chemicals you can put on glues. But even though, and when those won't even do anything, you just back off, you know, there's no reason to hurt it, you know. But this is something that I can teach you how to do real quick, and I think we'll get good results. Let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, so last card for the night. I want to show you something. It came out of this, you guys, my 90s box, my 90s collection. So that gives you an idea of what we're dealing with here. But for card care, for people like us, it's the jackpot. It's our favorite. Yeah, you guys don't touch, if somebody's asking about how to clean up an autograph card, just don't touch the autograph. You guys, make sure everybody goes to my website and reads the tab at the top called Best Practices. It gives you a breakdown of stuff to do and stuff to avoid. Pretty much don't touch serial numbers, don't touch autographs. Practice on your base cards, and you'll get good at cleaning cards in like a week. And then if you start liking the dent removals and stuff like that, you just got to work on a few of them, you know, and you'll be good to go. Let me show you guys this one. You see this one? Look at this. You see the front of this? Like it has like whatever that is. Well, it doesn't stop there. Like it goes right into the top of the card. But fortunately, this is a fairly forgiving surface. And so I'm going to show you something that I want you to do. All right. And so like what you're going to need here is your pads, your plates, your clips, and your card spray. And that's it. And let me get those. Pads, plates, clips, and card spray. Those are the things. So the thing is, you guys, like even though that the problem is just all isolated to right there, I'll tell you, it's just easier to like kind of do a general treatment on this. And that is like putting a little card spray on the pads and the plates. But like something I want to do first, I want to go in there. I want to try to pre-treat the area just a little bit. Yo, Bream from Australia. What's up, man? I love that the internet connects collectors from all over the world, man. That's awesome. I get to talk to people in Australia, Europe, Asia, North and South America, my Canadian friends. I love it. And yeah, I actually like people too. You know what I mean? So this is a pleasure for me. I'll tell you guys, a lot of times being an entrepreneur is a lonely job. You know, I spend a lot of time on the computer, a lot of time in my laboratory, a lot of time thinking or answering messages, and I work solo a lot. So like when you guys all come over, I love it, man. So thanks for being here. Yo, what's up, man? Jake, your dad's watching too? I'm glad that the whole family's joined tonight, man. I'm glad you guys are all here. You know? Yeah, so Bream, you make fishing lures and have a bunch of buddies in America. You know, it's like, I know, isn't that cool? Yeah, when you make something cool or have a product or you're involved with like that and you actually like your customers, owning a business is the best when you when you make something you're proud of and then the people that use it are cool as hell. Like, it's a blessing, man. I enjoy that a lot. So like what I'm trying to show you guys here. See how I got that part wet? So you guys, my Australian friends watching this, check this out. I got a great Australian distributor now. His name is Chris, and his account is called Card Strike. So Chris at Cards, it's at Card Strike, Australia. Because you guys, all my Australian friends, you can order from me, but you know how it goes. It's going to be probably twice as much by the time it gets to your door after shipping and handling and import fees and all that stuff. Now, and of course, you'll get a good value out of it. So I'm not saying you don't buy it, but stick with my retailers in those other countries, you guys, and buy from your countrymen, and you'll be able to save some money too. So check this out. You guys see how I got that spot wet, right?
I don't want that spot just to be the only spot. So check this out. Because if I just closed it between there, it might be okay, but I just want to have a nice finish over all of it. So here's what we're going to do. Let me show you. It's kind of too tight up there for me. So we're going to do a semi-soak. And I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's turn this back around. But I wanted you guys to see that because I'm not like right up on it. I'm doing a little sprinkle at a distance. So I'm going to put Mr. Frank Thomas right there. And I'm going to do one more. I'm going to do that. And by tomorrow, I have a very good feeling that by tomorrow, this will go away. Hey, tell me, I'm the worst at saying the names. Tell me where SA is. So there's no Kurt's Card Care Retailers in SA. In South America? Ooh, man. I might have a couple. I have some buddies in Mexico. I got some Mexican retailers. He's got a badass card shop in Mexico. I can't remember the name of the shop. But if anybody's around the world and you're about to place an order for my stuff, number one, thank you. But number two, if you're wondering if I have a retailer, ask me. Yeah, I know, South Africa. That would be fun. That would be. Yeah, from doing my genealogy report, I realized that my great grandfather was born in South Africa at a German colony. So they were Germans, but it was at a German colony. So I learned that from Ancestry and me. So now I'm like, I gotta go visit South Africa someday. But so what I'm gonna do, you guys, is hold this right here. My Australian supplier, Card Strike, CARDSTRIKE, like throwing a strike. Card Strike. His name's Chris, real nice guy, and I know that Australians are keeping him busy because he's ordering all the time. So Chris at Card Strike, and Chris, if you're watching, what's up, buddy? Thanks for taking care of all of our friends in Australia. But so tonight, you guys, I kind of bounced all around. I'm like looking around. I'm like, what the hell did I even do here tonight? Bunch of stuff, you know. So I'll do some follow-ups, you guys. We'll heat press this Pokemon card tomorrow. See if I can get that foil to stick down. But I hope tonight was like stuff you can pick up and use right away. Stuff that we don't really have to. He's on Instagram, but I'll show you guys I'll show you I'll follow up with the after of the Derek Jeter. It's gonna take me a couple days because I don't want to blow out that whole corner and just turn it into a big white corner. I want to slowly remove that added ink so it looks really good. And then I'll try to get it graded. That was the whole point. I bought that card altered because I want to get it graded. So I'm going to take my sweet ass time with it. And I know it's going to be a while before I get it graded, or before it all comes back and all that stuff, but I'm going to do it. And let me see, you guys. I had a question that says, hey, Kurt, I've seen some people put parchment between the card sandwich. What's the difference? I have seen people do that too. I've seen people like work on Pokemon cards, where they spray the pads and then put some parchment paper there. But parchment paper, I don't know what it is. I know what parchment paper is, but I don't know what that would do. It almost blocks the moisture. I'm not sure, but I mean it. But when I just do semi soaks like this, I have the confidence just to use spray on my pads for gaming cards. Like if I used parchment paper like between this, it would never even get the card damp. And I'm really reliant on getting this card damp so it will release the dents and go back to its normal place. Does that make sense? So that's what I'm trying to do here. But I mean, you know, there's a bunch of talented people out there. I knew, you know, like now when I had some people send me some videos. You know, every couple of days they'll be like, hey man, is this person trying to like rip you off or something like that? You know, it'll be like somebody doing a card thing. And I'm like, no, man, they're just creative people. They're just doing their thing. You know what I mean? You know, it's kind of turned into, a lot of people realize how kick-ass it is to work on your cards and it's fun. And life is like real busy and like real routine sometimes, you know? And then like, I don't know, this from my view, being a business owner and a father and try to be a good guy and responsible every day, man. Life is freaking busy, so it's so valuable just to cut loose and kind of like geek out and work on some cards, you know, in your basement when you got some free time. So
I know I'm speaking to the choir. I know you guys get it. But I just want to thank you guys for joining me tonight. Thanks for the time. I know that in my mind, I'm always going to be like, oh, I'm going to get this done real quick tonight. But I guess it's not about speed. I guess it's about quality content and helping people out. Because here's what I want you to do. In closing, we'll wrap it up. Don't you be afraid to ask me questions or show me what you're working on or what you're doing or whatever. Because here's what I know. If I can make you awesome at card care, you'll love it and you'll do it forever. And you should. But I also know this. If you're brand new to it and you bite off more than you can chew right away and you get out some great card and you're like spraying it down and you fuck something up, you're going to be like, I'm never doing this ever again. Don't get silly. You know what I mean? Don't put yourself at, don't give yourself a heart attack. Do like I do. Get out. I know sometimes, tonight I probably worked on a couple expensive cards, but just get comfortable, get good with it. And then it's just a system that you repeat over and over and over. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So what? Next, you know what I mean? I want to treat you guys, I want you to help you guys where you're comfortable with it and you're never going to go backwards. Sometimes you'll only make a little improvement. Sometimes you make a huge one. Sometimes the card don't change at all, but I just want to make sure that you have the confidence and the tools to pick them up and work on them. Buy whatever the heck you want. Try working on cards whenever you want. Because if it can add a little bit more to making the hobby a little bit better for you, why not? But I'll let you guys go tonight, man. I was looking forward to it. Thanks for being here. If you guys are going on spring break soon, happy spring break. I'll be here next week. But I will be. We're trying to go get away, go to Florida at the end of the month. So I'm going to get a week off. We're going to take the family out and have fun. So if you guys are going on vacation, I wish you safe travels. I hope you have a great time. You guys, my Australian is Card Strike. So just search Card Strike. You'll find it. And if not, hit me up. I'll send you guys a message because I would love to make sure that I hook you guys up with my local retailers. And if anybody needs anything from me, I'm kind of like the U.S. retailer. So feel free to pick up anything you need. Hit me with questions anytime. But I appreciate you guys so much. Take care of your cards. Take care of yourself. And I'll see you next Wednesday. I'm Kurt with Kurt's Card Care.